This effort we are making in terms of advocacy, we are on track.
We are on track.
We are on track. Forward ever.
Backwards never.
No retreat, no surrender. Only to adójútó for ìlera ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Mr. Stephen, ẹ ṣeun tẹ́ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa lórí ètò lẹ́nu. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n yọ̀ǹda Mr. Stephen báyìí kí n bá lè gbé àlejò mi kejì wọlé lórí ètò. Tí n bá padà dé, ètò Oyshia De Irorun Oyo ń tẹ̀síwájú. Ẹ má bá wa kálọ.
In the bustling streets of Oyo State, where life moves at its own pace, there lies a hidden struggle. Among the elites, vulnerable, students, market vendors, artisans, and hardworking individuals, for many, the thought of falling sick or getting injured is not just a concern, but a potential financial disaster. Without the safety net of health insurance, even a minor ailment can lead to overwhelming medical bills, pushing families into debt and despair. But amidst these challenges, there shines a beacon of hope. Oyo State Health Insurance Scheme, regulated by Oyo State Health Insurance Agency, Oyshia. With Oyshia, individuals and families can access quality health care without the fear of financial ruin. Oyo State Health Insurance Scheme covers a wide range of medical services, ensuring that no one is left behind. By enrolling on the scheme, you're not just protecting yourself from unforeseen medical expenses, you're investing in your health and well-being. It's a promise of security and peace of mind in an uncertain world and economy. So, to every resident of Oyo State, we urge you to consider the importance of health insurance. Let Oyshia be your shield against life's uncertainties. Together, let's build a healthier and happier state where everyone has access to the care they deserve. Think health insurance. Think Oyshia.
Káàbọ̀ padà sórí ètò Oyshia De Irorun Oyo dé lórí ìkànnì tàwa yìí. Mo jẹ́ láyọ̀ láti sọ fún wa pé the birthday man himself is here. Dókítà Ṣọlá Àkàndé, àwọn ni akọ̀wé àgbà àjọ adójútòfò ìlera ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Dókítà, ẹ káàárọ̀.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ o. Ẹ kú gbogbo ẹ̀ tí ń ṣe. Gbogbo ẹ̀ tẹ́ ń wò wá, ẹ káàárọ̀, ẹ kú ojúmọ́. Kú ire àánú ní ọba wa lọ́sẹ̀ yìí o. Ọlọ́run wò wá, yóò ṣe wá lóore, yóò wò wá, yóò ṣe wá ní àánú, yóò yíjú ayọ̀ sí wa. A ní sunkún ní ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí àti ní kábàámọ̀. A rí àánú Ọlọ́run ní gbogbo ọ̀nà tí a bá yí sí. Ọmọ wa, ìròyìn ayọ̀ la máa gbọ́ ń pa wọn gbogbo ibikíbi tí wọ́n wà. Ní gbọ́ pé gbàjáwìrì o, yóò dáa fún yín sí ọ̀pọ̀, ẹ ṣeun.
Wọ́n ní ẹni tá ti mọ̀ lọ́sàn-án ni a gbọ́dọ̀ máa gbéná ojú ẹ̀ lóru. Òun ni ọ̀rọ̀ dókítà.
Ọmọ tí mò ń.
Àti kọ́ tó di pọ́ dé àti sọ pé tó bá dé àdúrà náà fi
bẹ́ẹ̀. You know, I said he's aside being an insurance person, he's a pastor. And it is evident. Now, he came in with it. I just said it and he came in with it. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much. Now, last week you stopped at the co-payment thing that is on ground now.
Okay, so that's a new realm that we've gone to, and last week I started talking about the fact that we had to go into that because the actuarial study says that our premium today should be around 50,000. And the truth of the matter is that we need to consider the out-of-pocket power, the expenditure of every citizen, the economy of Nigeria, the economy of Oyo State. Health insurance is seated within the economy of a community, of a country, of a state. And if we haven't gone 10%, 15% of the total population of Oyo State selling the scheme at 18,250, then we'll be challenged to sell at 50,000. Not only that, universal coverage will be challenged because leave no one behind. The grassroots people, the informal sector people, the formal sector people, various companies, they want to buy into health insurance. And that's why, again, we have to now bring down to say, yes, science has said it. But logic, like the governor of our state, we always say, logic has made us to say, okay, let's do 50% of what science has said so that we will not price the scheme out of the purchasing power of the people that need the scheme. Because again, you must be careful because you have people that buy into the scheme because they want to carry health insurance. They can do it paying out of pocket actually. And so if you put premium at 50,000, 45,000, 60,000, they will be able to buy. But you'd have taken the scheme out of the purchasing power of the average, of the poor, even sometimes of salary earners. So that's why the balance must come in. And for the people that really want top up, they can afford to buy scheme from health maintenance organization for 50,000, 60,000, 70,000, 80,000. So if you are bringing your premium down, then you know there will be a lot of challenge on your payout. Because at the same time, facilities are asking for increased capitation because for them is welfare and business. They need to, especially private facilities, you know, they must be on top of whatever they are doing in terms of payment of salaries, in terms of standard of care in their various hospitals. Public facilities, they have some succor because in healthcare financing, you have to titrate the salary of workers as inputs of government, you know, into healthcare financing, you know, and so that is taken out for public hospitals generally. But private, there's a need for them to be well remunerated in terms of capitation. So that now says, how can we get that done? Now we are giving away 50% of what science says we should be selling insurance. And so we say, okay, come into the net, but when you get into the net, you will do a co-payment of about what we cut down in terms of exactly, you know, and that's what led us to 50% co-payment. So who are the people that will co-pay actually? People that will co-pay actually are people that are going for secondary service. If you are, if you got your benefit package, you will see primary services, you see secondary services, is well stated. Because in Oyo State, what we try to do as much as possible for all our enrollees, we give you certificate, except the vulnerable people that government had paid for. So if you bought insurance in Oyo State, we give you your benefit package, we give you your certificate of insurance, and when you carry your benefit package, you will see primary services, you see secondary services. Now, you only do co-payment if you went in for secondary service, i.e., number one, you are being referred from your primary hospital, or you are being referred out of primary service, because the two we must understand. A primary hospital, for example, can be XY hospital. But in that hospital, all that we can do are primary services, primary care. Malaria, abdominal pain, you know, possibly you can even do some excision, minor surgery, which are covered. So, but for example, now in my primary hospital, which is XY Hospital, they asked me to go see a specialist, a gynecologist, for example.
Okay.
So, in that hospital, the same hospital most likely is accredited for gynae. So within that hospital, it becomes a secondary service. Because if you carry your benefit package, you will see that gynecology care is a secondary service. So you can, in the same hospital, access secondary service. However, my hospital don't have a gynecologist. So they will refer me to where there's a gynecologist. So I'm going there for secondary service. So whatever will be done in that hospital, I will do 50% co-payment, for it. If I stayed for primary service, so that's why I said that by rule, principle, fact, you can never be receiving care in a primary care center and do any co-payment. Because all services at primary health care center is primary service, so, and they are capitated. Thank you. So, for example, if a pensioner at one primary care center or the other, all the services there. In fact, even inclusive of treatment for hypertension, inclusive treatment for diabetes at primary care center, because at primary care center you use basic medication for hypertension. If there's a need for combo drug, that means that care is getting out of primary service. So you have to go do secondary service. Not only that, secondary service again is when I have to go and do certain tests outside my primary care. If you carry your benefit package at the same time, you see secondary services, even in your benefit package. Here and you creatinine, LFT, those are secondary services. So if my hospital asks me to go do that test, then I have to do co-payment, for all those tests. So how do I do the co-payment? When you do the co-payment is to Oyo State Health Insurance. We're giving all our hospitals the accounts they will pay into. Why are you doing co-payment into Oyshia accounts? For transparency. To disidentify cheating and corrupt practices. Because if in an hospital you say do co-payment to that hospital, we will know whether it is the right bill that has been sent, to the enrollee. Because you can see your medication for this secondary service is 25,000. Do payment of 12,500. Meanwhile, the whole medication in itself is 12,500. And we will not know from our own head. As a matter of fact, because of that truism, that's why for these so many years, Oyshia refused to go into co-payment. Many agencies, many insurance, they have co-payment. But each time I asked them, I said, the truth to God, how do you know your enrollees are actually
paying the right amount?
The right amount. All of them say, I can so you and if you have conscience, Emi will so you you have the fear of God and you have conscience, will so you So until Ọlọ́run wá fún wa ní ọgbọ́n yìí pé okay, let the co-payment come to us. Because they are co-paying on agreed tariff. So we know on our tariff this drug is 10,000 naira. So if we saw more than 5,000, we know that the hospital is trying to cheat. So it's a way to regulate. And not only that, what we again help us is now we are taking over the cleanse service offices of various hospitals. They become our staff. And so with that again, they can be our highs, in various hospitals. I think that is the nutshell about co-payment. And I know that, yes, because we just started, there are challenges here and there. It's understandable, it's normal. But what we always say is this: enrollees should call us. We have quality assurance number in all the hospitals now. You have a call center, so don't let any enrollee get upset. And we still appeal to our providers: please fear God, have conscience, don't overbill. If we got anybody overbilling, then the suspension straight. Because we can't afford to allow corruption to strive in health insurance.
Dókítà, ẹ jẹ́ kí n ṣí ojú òpó sílẹ̀ fún àwọn tó bá fẹ́ pè wá wọlé láàárọ̀ láti béèrè ìbéèrè kan tàbí òmíràn. Nọ́mbà tá a lè pè sí ní 080-5389-3177 080-5389-3177. Ẹ jẹ́ lè pè wá sórí 080-30-00530 080-30-00530. Ẹ bá ti pè wọlé tẹ béèrè ìbéèrè yín, dókítà wà níkàlẹ̀ láti dáhùn ìbéèrè yín. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n pe nọ́mbà yẹn lẹ́ẹ̀kan 080-5389-3177 080-5389-3177 tàbí 080-30-00530 080-30-00530. Ẹ jẹ́ kí a dánu dúró díẹ̀. Tá bá padà dé ètò Oyshia De Irorun Oyo tẹ̀síwájú. Ẹ máa bá wa kálọ.
Say to God be the glory. Thank you, Lord Jesus.
The Knight in Shining Armor Award on Dr. Olushola Akande, Executive Secretary, Oyshia De Irorun, in recognition of your immense contributions to the development of your community and mankind. Today, 4th August 2006. So I was.
I've come to collect this on behalf of His Excellency, the Governor of Oyo State, who had given me the privilege and the trust, to hold this office. I hold everything to God and to Him for giving me this opportunity. So this is not about me; it's actually about Him, and that's why I can say with all humility and respect that I've come to collect on his behalf. Not only that, I really want to thank Federal Radio Corporation Nigeria, which is a federal agency that has recognized, a state agency. And for me, that is one key thing about this award. There's no bias, fair judgment, and again, it's an encouragement. So I really want to thank you. I dedicate this not only to God, but to every enrollee of Oyo State Health Insurance Scheme, because your money in the pool is what we use to be able to have all these successes that we mentioned, life transformed. Because some will say, I've never been to the hospital. But listen to me, that money has delivered some people, healed some people. And of course, again, I dedicate this to all staff, of Oyo State Health Insurance Agency, who go out day and night, town and bushes, to be able to advocate, bring people to the pool. And finally, I say, to God be the glory. Thank you, Lord Jesus.
padà sórí ètò Oyshia De Irorun Oyo dé dókítà Ṣọlá Àkàndé wọ́n ṣe wà pẹ̀lú wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí nọ́mbà tẹlifọ̀ wá sínú 08053893177 08053893177. Dókítà ẹ sọmọ́rọ̀ ní ìgbà kan pé àjọ Oyshia náà a ti ń ṣe pàdé pọ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn ilé ìtajà oògùn.
yóò dà fún ọ tí ó pọ̀ ara gbogbo àwọn nǹkan ọ̀tún tá à ń ṣe náà ni ṣe rí nígbà míì àwọn èèyàn wa wọ́n lọ sí hospital àwọn hospital ní àkóso oògùn yẹn ìgbà míì wọ́n ní owó Oyshia ọ̀gbé oríṣiríṣi ìtàn ṣùgbọ́n ó yé àwa jù yìí lọ alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ àwọn oògùn yìí wọ́n hospital wa wè pé tó owó tí ń fi ra oògùn yìí kan ó lè fi ra oògùn bíi 10 oògùn yìí kan náà tá a bá sì rà kalẹ̀ ìgbà wo gan ni ẹnìkan ó tó lò nítorí kì í ṣoògùn gan táwọn gan ó fìnnú fídọ̀ pé ẹja fún àwọn aláìsàn tó bá wá àwa wá fojú lámẹ̀tọ́ wò ọ̀dà ẹja ṣe báyìí àwọn ilé ìpò oògùn ìtọ̀ oògùn wọ́n kúkú pọ̀ tó jẹ́ wípé àwọn lóògùn oríṣiríṣi ọjà òyìnbó ni bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹnìkan ọ̀wá ẹnìkan ọ̀lọ́ ẹja mọ̀ bá wọn ẹja jọ ṣiṣẹ́ yìí nítorí pé lábẹ́ adójútòfò náà a ní àwọn tó jẹ́ wípé provider àwọn ló ń gbé ìtọ́jú jáde ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ a máa ń rò wípé hospital nìkan ló ń gbé ìtọ́jú jáde hospital ń bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn aláyẹ̀wò ara ń bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn ilé oògùn náà ń bẹ́ẹ̀ ìtọ́kàn ṣẹlẹ̀ ní pé àti ìmọ̀ báwọn ilé oògùn ṣe.
Hello.
Sorry.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ kí lórúkọ yín àti bílẹ̀ tí ń pè wá o. Láti Bódìjà Comrade Abayo láti Bódìjà kí ni ìbéèrè yín? Okay.
The kind of position you prepare for share. Àwọn hospitals yẹn máa àgbà kẹ́ni àwọn mọ́tọ́rìtì tó máa góra dáàmú tí wọ́n mọ̀ bí wọ́n ṣe ń tó dà wọ́n á lè máa give complete lórí person service àwọn customer ni. Because I had a very good experience with one of the hospitals.
Ẹ dákọ̀ hospital ọ̀gá Àbáyọ̀mí.
Kí ni experience tó ní?
lórí kìíní tó máa kẹ́kẹ́ ní àwọn tí ìjọba máa gbóra tó máa fi gbẹ̀gbẹ̀ ara wọn sí ṣe tó ṣàwọn àti ìmọ̀ tí wọ́n ń àtẹ́ sí àwọn èèyàn.
Ẹ ṣeun.
wọ́n sọ sí nàìjíríà ìfẹ́fẹ́ àyọ̀ṣe mi láti sábà ọ̀sùn ìjẹ́bù kan fẹ́ fún dá ẹgbẹ́ sọ̀wá tó dáa ẹ̀ẹ́dì tí àìsí kan ẹ̀ ká ìgbà because àfọ̀pátílẹ̀ kan wà pẹ̀lú it is not as you don't bring money so stop that matter àwọn onírúgbà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ fún àmì fún ẹni wọ́n ti ta ìgbòye kan fún ẹ̀ fún àmì àtẹ̀ ìgbẹ́ wọ́n á waste the time ẹ̀ they will delay you. So
ó yé wa ẹ ṣe gan ẹ ṣe comrade.
because what I was very declared tí mo lọ wọn kì í àwọn àdáni tó rárá wọn kọ́kọ́ keep me for over 40 minutes at the point they even give the booklet information taking lọ wọn kọ ní jáde nínú yìí very desperate rẹ
ẹ sì fẹ́ dákọ̀ hospital ẹ fẹ́ dákọ̀ hospital. ọ̀dà ẹ ṣe sà ẹ ṣeun gan ẹ ṣe sà.
ẹ ṣeun gan ẹ ṣeun.
ṣé ẹ rí yóò mọ̀ dáa tí a bá pè wọlé lára ń tẹ̀ sọ yìí náà a tètè mọ hospital ibi tá a lọ nítorí pé ṣe rí in tí comrade sọ òótọ́ ni àwa náà jókòó ká mọ̀ tanra wa jẹ àwọn hospital kan ó kù díẹ̀ káàtó àwọn kan sì ni wọ́n ń gbìyànjú ṣùgbọ́n tá a bá pè wọlé mo ti sọ bí bàárí ó tó bí ọdún méjì ọ̀nà tá ilé fi ran adójútòfò ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ lọ́wọ́ ni ẹ dárúkọ hospital nítorí pé táwa náà bá débẹ̀ a lè sọ pé ẹnìkan wá bíbá lọ́sẹ̀ tó lọ nítójú ẹ̀ rí ni àwọn náà lè sọ tíán a sì jọ sọ pé kíní òye yín tó bó ṣe yọ lọ lélẹ́yìn irú tí wọ́n sọ ń sìn pé ẹgbẹ́ líìsì ẹ̀ mọ̀ owó kọ́ ìjáde ń bẹ̀ ìwà àrífín pátápátá gbáà ni tí wọ́n bá dẹ̀ sọ irú hospital bóyá á pè wọ́n á pè comrade lẹ́yìn àwọn comrade láyà ń ìbẹ̀rù àwọn comrade ìbẹ̀rù tí wọ́n bá sọ hospital á lọ bẹ̀ kì í ṣe pé á sọ pé bá wọn ṣiṣẹ́ mọ́ á kàn tún jẹ́ kí ọwọ́ iṣẹ́ kó kàn tún yé wọn sí i náà ni.
So I even want to tell you that you should tell our people the power in the card they carry. There are numbers at the back of that card. If you are not happy with the services rendered at a particular facility, there are things you can do.
You've said it. So atọ́kùn said
that. I want you to reiterate.
Àfáà ní pé kí n sọ pé and you are very right. You know, I think we had a session here before. Probably we can have it again. Probably the next time the DM will be here. You can talk about it. I think I talk about 7 powers of your ID card.
Yes.
And that's critical. In fact, I use my own ID card as an example that day. But what you want me to reiterate is the fact that don't leave the hospital, make a call.
Yes.
Don't leave the hospital, make a call. I think that's a golden rule here. You will have a number you call. I think the number now is at the front.
Okay.
You know, it used to be at the back. But whether at the back or the front, you have a number you can call when you are dissatisfied. And I've mentioned here again that now we have key quality assurance number.
Yes.
We had a poster. We've had posters now in all our hospitals, both in English and Yoruba. If you are dissatisfied with the service, call this number. And people have started calling the number. Not only that, we have a call center number that people can use at any point in time. So the agency is so transparent that nobody should be cheated. Or if you were, you can have a recourse to us. There's one of our enrollees that was not well managed in a public hospital. And we had given back about almost ₦1 million.
Wow.
You know, that the enrollee spent in another hospital. We contacted the hospital, say, give us the bill. They're giving us the bill, though the enrollee claim 1.4 million, you know. The bill from the hospital say about above 900,000. You know, so we are taking, and a dime is not coming out of Oyshia. You know, we are going to pay that enrollee from the money capitation accruing to that particular hospital. So we have a redress mechanism. It is entrenched in Oyshia's scheme. It's entrenched. We have an MRE, we have a QE, we have arbitration. So if you are dissatisfied, write a letter to us. We call the hospital, we call you. We will investigate, even at some other hospital that you said you received care. We want to have a report from them, and then you'll be paid back your money if it's established that you were not treated within the rule or operational guideline of insurance. And that's one of the things that has put us, you know, on a higher pedestal than many other schemes and agencies, you know, around the country.
Our times is fast spent. You can reach the Oyo State Health Insurance Agency on our various social media handles. We are on Facebook, Oyo State Health Insurance Agency. On Instagram, we are Oyo State HIA. On X, that's the former Twitter, we are Oyshia_OY. Our website is www.oyshia.oy.gov.ng, and our call center number is 07,697. Until next week when we come your way again, Temitope Olamide is my name. Have a wonderful week ahead.